Hey Carfighter Sushi fan here, and in this video I'll be going over my deck profile for Clear Appeal Seredy. She is another one of the decks from the Twinkle Melody set. This is about a year old now, but with the introduction of Hill Guardians, I decided to go ahead and give this a shot. When Twinkle Melody come out, this is one of the decks that I actually did not play. I had all the stuff for it, but I just didn't play because I was having too much fun with the other decks. These matches that I have, this was the first matches at all. I do want to start with a disclaimer. This deck is by no means competitive, but it is fun to play. So starting off with Great Zeros, we have Pure Gifter Alchi. Great one. Going second, you draw a card and grab a quick shield. Okay, so I am running standard lineup for me at least. 10 crits, 2 draw, and 2 heal. If you guys know anything from my previous videos, you guys know I am in love with flexibility. Um, so with my sentinels, I have them split between the crit and the perfect guard here. I didn't want to give up the perfect guard and the draw for consistency reasons, obviously. And I have 2 of the 20k shields here, or 20k heals here. I also did not want to give up the 20k heals, so I'm playing 2 of these as well. Also, with restanders, just playing more crits just makes it more deadly. Obviously when you have a restander, that's hitting for really big numbers, hitting 2 times could be deadly. Next up, we got the great ones. So for the great ones, I have 4 of Raka here. She is your preferred ride target going second. If you are going first, then Setna will probably be your ride target. I say this is, your preferred ride target because if you are, if you are going second with her, if she hits, you get to draw a card. She is also a consistency piece. You retire her, and then you look at the top 2 cards of your deck. You get one to your hand, and you get one to the drop. This is the name once per turn. But in this deck, where you're looking for like the same name card, having consistent, you need more consistency than ever before. Then we have 4 of the grade 3 searcher here. Searches you a grade 3, and if you have something in the same column as this one, you get plus 5k. And then we have this is Heart Fragrance Lychee. And when this is placed, if your Vanguard is Clear Appeal Seredy, you counter best one and soul best one. Choose 2 normal units from a drop zone, and if they have the same name, return them to your hand. This is also a name once returned, but this is one of the only ways to get to get your cards back to your hand after they've been sniped and killed. Once your opponent finds out that your restanders, gain such awesome power from your Vanguard effect, they normally try to snipe it and run into it. So this is the way to get them back. Your Vanguard lets you go find one, but if you have 2 in drop zone, it just makes it more consistent. This is your answer for your opponent trying to snipe and run into your restanders. And I have one copy of Aurora here. Just an extra consistency piece. Normally I would run two, but I'm running an extra grade two. That's a little bit better for consistency. But she is also named once per turn. When she's placed, you draw one, discard one. So good for consistency, obviously. Like if you have this, you always want to keep this in your hand. You never really want to ride this, but if you have to, you have to. But you always want to keep this, just for your answers to your opponent, like killing your things. Next one, grade twos. We have so we're running four Cerulean Jewels, four Aqua, and four Lisa out here. So your Cerulean Jewels, this is your preferred ride target here. Just because, normally when your Vanguard hitting early turns, their opponent normally, lets them through if they need counterblast. She is an on hit, so if she hits a Vanguard, then you look into your drop zone or into your deck for another name card, the same name card here. If you look into your deck, you have to shuffle it off, obviously. But she is one of your restanders here. Auto on V once per turn. When it attacks, you discard two of the same name card. You stand this card and you draw two. So normally, running less draws, hurts your consistency. But because of effects like this that draw you two cards, it kind of makes up for that fact. You always want to keep her in hand when you have her. Like I said, because she's one of your most important cards in the deck here. We have four top out of Aqua. She is also a name once per turn. When she's played, you pick a normal unit back to your hand. You draw a card and discard a card. Good for consistency. And if you have something in the same column as her, she gets plus 5k. And then for Lisa Lot, best card in Bermuda Triangle. Not many decks just not run her, just because she's a way to rebuild your board if your opponent demolishes it, and then she gives you a soul if you do need soul, like for your grade one skill. She also works very good with Aqua here. So if you have her, in your hand and Aqua in your hand, you can play her as a grade one, use the skill, play Aqua, and then grab her back to your hand and use her again. You always kind of want to protect Lisa Lot, maybe putting her in the back row. You don't want your opponent to ram into her, just because you want to be able to get her back and rebuild your board again, or give yourself soul if you need. So for grade two. Got the grade threes here. So we're playing 10 grade threes here. So we have your main ride target here, and this is Clear Appeal Seredy. She has two effects. Auto act on V once per turn. You can counterblast one. Choose one of your units, search your deck or drop zone for up to one card with the same name as that unit, and reveal it and put it in your hand. If you search your deck, then you shuffle your deck. And then when your rear guard attacks, you reveal any number of cards with the same name as the attacking unit, and that unit gets plus 10k for each card revealed. So she is one of the reasons why having the same name card is really important. And she also finds you a copy of one of your units that you already have on the board. So she finds your finds you extra copies of your restanders, or just any card in general, really. Like I said, she is your main grade 3 ride target. If you don't ride her, you're probably going to lose. You do have another grade 3, but this is just for rear guard skill. She does have a vanguard skill as well, but riding her is just not good. You always want to be riding Seredy. Sometimes you may want to hold off on your riding grade 3 until you get her. If you do have this on your grade, if you do have this during your turn 2 push, you can guard with it just so you'll be able to G assist and find this, because without this your game plan just falls apart. This is Perfectionist Relenka. When this attack hits Vanguard, you search your deck or your drop zone for up to one of the same name card. You reveal it and put it in your hand. If you search your deck, you shuffle your deck, and then when it attacks, you discard 2 of the same name card. You stand it and draw 2. This is your other restander. Not too much to say about that. You always want to have copies of her. If your opponent, rams into it or snipes it, you have your grade 1 to find it again, and then you have your grade 3 that'll find your extra copy of it. So with all the filtering that you have, you'll easily have like 2 or 3 copies of the same card in your hand. It's very rare that you just won't. And then I have 2 of the grade 3 Hill Guardians. It gives you a damage if your opponent tries to damage deny you if you call it from your hand. And then on Guardian Circle, you can give your opponent -2 crit if you haven't rolled grade 3. Or you can give your grade 2 plus 10k, extra plus 10k for the rest of the turn, making it harder to hit. So that is my deck profile for Clear Appeal Seredy. She is quite fun. Like I said, she is not the most competitive, but she's fun to use. If you're playing the game and you really like the game, it doesn't really matter if it's really competitive or not. You just play to enjoy. And like I said, when it came out, this is one of the ride lines or one of the decks that I just didn't play because I was playing some of the other stuff. I think this is actually the weakest of all of the decks that came out with the set here. But like I said, with the introduction of the heals and stuff like that, I'm trying it out now, and I'm having, you can still games, you can still steal games with this. Most of the time you'll get ran over by the middle stuff, obviously, but you can steal games from them as well. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video. I'll probably do another video for tips and tricks like I normally do, and maybe do a demo for you guys. See you guys in the next video. Bye.